You know, there was a rock, paper, scissors championship that just took place, and some bitch won $5,000.
What?
Yeah.
She just did nothing but rocks, didn't she?
She was there on spring break, and she like doesn't even play rock, paper. Like there's people who actually go there on purpose, and she just joined and won.
It's because she didn't have that same mindset.
I wanted to interview her and ask her, did just one of the times did rock tear through paper? Because it's got to happen at least once.
This is Multiplaying, episode 31, April 23rd, 2010.
Everybody online, looking good.
A companion podcast to the collaborative blog and gaming community that's playing as life allows. This is Multiplaying.
Well, let's start the insanity.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello?
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
And you're listening to Multiplaying. Tonight we have Jason.
Hi.
John.
Hey.
Shannon.
Hi.
And myself, Steve. Back again. What you drinking, Jason?
I don't know if any of you saw my Twitter earlier, but
I did. I gotta know.
it was from 7-Eleven. Apparently now has a value-priced beer, and it's called Game Day. And it was $6.99 for a 12-pack. And I had a tweet card just because I knew that would blow. God, he was there with me as I bought it. I would have drank all 12 right in front of him just to see him freak out. And it is awful. It's really bad. I felt even bad just going up and buying it. I don't know why. Just
Like worst beer ever.
And of course, as I get up in line, there's a million people in front of me getting Slurpees and then adding stuff. And there was this fat family. They were adding stuff left
Like
and right.
hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah, they were all like asking about the freshness of the taquitos and all that. And oh god, it took so long. They were so fat.
Wow.
You
should have bought something very expensive to compensate for it.
I know, and then I was just gonna say I bought my $6.99 12-pack and got out of there. But it's really, really bad.
How many
Did they
have
also
you
have-
had?
How many what?
How many have you had?
I'm on number 3. So I mean, it's getting a little bit better.
Well, yeah, they get better as you go.
It wasn't offensively bad. I don't know. It tastes like Pabst Blue Ribbon to me, which
Really?
I
is
don't
not
think
good.
I've ever had that.
Well, yeah, Pabst Blue Ribbon kind of tastes like old pickles, which.
Okay.
So, but this, I don't know. This is kind of similar, but I don't even like pickles. That's the weird thing.
You don't like pickles?
That's
He
what's
hates pickles.
I hate all pickles, and I
love pickles.
hate all condiments.
If I'm gonna eat pickles, I usually have to eat them outside. It has to be like a nice day.
No, I don't. I can't even stand the
They
smell.
can't be in the house. No.
Because of the mess or the
Jason, I'm
smell?
with you.
No.
The pickles are just disgusting.
They're just gross.
Yeah, and I will get no kisses for the remainder of the day at least.
Wow. I love pickles.
I do too. I will drink.
Just drink the juice.
Yes, I will drink the juice.
You guys are sick bastards. I think part of it is when I was little, my older sister used to do
Get
that,
over it.
and she used to chase me around the house with them, and then
Oh.
throw it on my face.
Get over it.
Yeah. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. I'm the one suffering on why you're thanking her.
Yeah, way to
I'm
go.
the one eating outside, eating pickles.
God.
Hard.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I've been
Freaking
drinking.
Amy.
Damn it, Amy.
Amy,
This is
why'd you have to just fuck everything up?
Yeah.
anti-Amy cast.
God.
So what you been, other than the game of hating pickles, what have you been playing, Jason?
Dang, I forgot to build gas. Shit.
What? Okay.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm playing StarCraft 2.
Oh, just go ahead and jump into what you're playing. That's
No,
polite.
I'm not
Okay.
talking about that. Not talking about that.
Right.
So, what have you been doing, Jason? What's up?
None.
I'm sure it's more interesting than StarCraft 2.
I was gonna say no. I haven't playing anything because I can't really. I've been playing War.
Stop that.
Yeah?
And, yeah, I've been playing also some of the new Salmon Max, episode 1 of season 3, which is pretty cool. The Penal Zone. It's a lot different. And you guys ever playing the Salmon Max games?
No, I keep hearing some other podcasts talk about the Penal Zone one, though, and it's made me want to try it out. So, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I got a TF2 ice with it.
I know.
if that's still going on. But since you haven't played the other ones, you won't notice the difference. But there's a lot of differences they've things that they've put in here to make it a little bit more cinematic, and I'm not far into it, but it's fun.
For somebody like me stepping into it, though, would it be better if I went and started from scratch?
Not really. I mean, the story in those games are they're so all over the place that, I mean, there's some things that they'll reference that you don't know how it happened, but even if you played them, you wouldn't probably remember exactly how they took place because it's just so off the wall and weird and crazy. I don't know. If you were to back up, I'm going back to season 2 and play. Season 1 was pretty good, but season 2 was really good. But you could jump in them with it. I mean,
Right.
it's not the story's not that deep. We're like, I don't understand this fiction or this world.
That's cool. I think about checking it out.
Yeah, it's pretty. I've also been playing The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom, which came out on Steam this week for $5.
I know. I still need to pick that up.
I know, it was crazy. That thing was $10 on Xbox, and I just assumed it would be $10 on here. And as soon as I saw it was $5, it wasn't even like a special buy it now thing. But that game's pretty cool.
It looks cool, but I don't know anything about it. Like, quick synopsis. What is it about?
It's a kind of it kind of has an art style similar to Braid. It's a side scroller, and it does use time as an element, but it's more of like Ratchet and Clank, the new one, where you can make clones of yourself. So you'll do things, and you can and that will loop, and then you'll go do something else to try to get the pie. And each level is kind of divided up into how many clones you can have. So you only have so many opportunities to clone yourself and try to complete the stage. But I don't know, it's fun. For $5, it's definitely a buy if you're remotely interested in it.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
The style is very cool. It's a silent film type style.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that's about it. I played a little bit of Beat Hazard, which is Shannon walked in yesterday and was like, "Oh, that looks cool." It's a twin stick shooter on the PC that imports your own music and kind of
audio surf.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it makes things. Yeah, the way it plays out is kind of dependent on your music. I've only played like 4 or 5 songs on it. It came out on special, a couple bucks off. It was like $7 when I got it. But that's definitely very cool. The leaderboard seemed cool, but that's about it for me.
Where are you at in War? Are you still playing the Squake Herder? Or?
No, I've been playing the Shaman pretty exclusively, and I just got him to 27, so all I've been doing is RVRing. And I also, with the experience boost that they put in, I played my doc a little bit. He was 37, and I really wasn't feeling a desire to level him, but with that experience bonus, I figured I should at least give him to 39 and then go do that quest that gives you the free level and get to 40. And so I hit 38 today, and I got about a third of the way through into 38. Cool. Just PvEing. I did a scenario with him. I did maybe 4 or 5 scenarios yesterday, and I was awful because I had not played that class in so long, and that class is pretty complex.
Yeah, I busted mine out the other day and was in tier 2. Like, I was even like capped out on tier 2 and played a couple of Nordenwatch scenarios, and it was like I enjoyed it. I was going from playing like a casting healing class and like actually going up and hitting people up close was fun. But I could tell I was doing awful though. Like the stat board would come up at the end and I was just low on everything. And I thought I was doing pretty good, but I was like, God, there was other Disciple Canes and Warrior Priests in there. They're just like out damaging me, out healing me like mad. But it was like, it makes like, it's somewhat motivating me. I'm wanting to get back to learn how to play that class, right?
Yeah, that's why I decided I kind of swore I wouldn't PvE at all in War unless I was with a group of guildies, but I went in PvE. That was part of the reason too, was to level, but also I need to figure out how to play this class again. And it didn't, I guess it did help that there was one scenario I was just god awful in, but I was the only healer there except for a shaman who let everyone know right off the bat he doesn't heal. And we're running a scenario, and he's like, "Don't guard me, guard the doc." And so people were bitching at him instead of about how bad I was. I mean, so he was kind of openly antagonistic to people about the fact that he didn't heal. And I'm just thinking, I don't have nothing against DPS shamans, but he was like trying to pick fights. So it really, people didn't bother me at all. I think they almost felt bad for me because they thought I was just getting everything dumped upon me. But that was when I said, okay, I need to take a step back from RVRing with this guy, and especially in scenarios. Odalus and I were talking earlier that because he was playing as Marauder and he hadn't played for a while. In open RVR, if you're in with a warband or two, you can just kind of lose yourself and not really get called out as much as in scenarios. I mean, people aren't looking at the numbers. It doesn't keep track of all that. So that might be what I do. But it's definitely, I mean, I think the same reason you said you kind of had the itch to play it, that you played a Friar in DAOC, and
Right.
I did the same thing. And I love that. And the Warrior Priest and Doc are awesome classes. I'm going to get it to 40, but I'm having more fun with the Shaman right now.
That's cool.
Yeah. But
I think-
I'm definitely going to try to get to 40 before this experience thing ends, because then I'll kick myself if I don't.
Right, yeah. But speaking of people getting to 40, somebody here, Shannon.
I hit 40
Congrats! Woohoo!
on the witch elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
So you
awesome.
Do you feel 40?
I do. I really
You're a
do.
cougar.
I'm instantly working on my zealot now.
Are you going and hanging out in T2 and hitting on guys there?
Yeah. Stop.
Oh boy.
Yuck. Yeah. We also did we talk about our naked T1 night?
Last week, we mentioned that we were going to have one,
No,
but
I mean tonight. Have we talked about it
no,
yet?
not yet.
Where you been?
I'm playing Bookworm.
See, I'm glad we have your undivided attention, listeners.
sorry.
So
Okay.
Paz can play StarCraft and she can bookworm. I'm gonna play
We had
StarCraft.
a
I'm doing
Actually,
my taxes.
the StarCraft 2 servers went down actually, so
he's
then-
here. We had a naked T1 night last Sunday. That was pretty fun. A few people showed up. And,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. It's always fun to just do anything crazy in T1 because it doesn't matter. T1. And go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it was kind of interesting though that even with being naked in T1, I felt like I was actually still being competitive.
Yeah. it's nice there. Nothing really matters.
Yeah.
You can do good still if you know what you're doing. We still haven't heard anything back about our guild levels, but TJ's out of town, so we'll see.
Yeah.
when he gets back.
He just got back today. He's on
did he?
he's on his way home right now.
Oh,
Thanks
man.
to the knowledge of Twitter.
And a bunch of people were a little upset about the crazy loan that Mythic took from them. And they're all getting an awesome bonus. I'm not getting it because I didn't get ripped off. And I'm a little sad. I wasn't included. They're getting some awesome items.
You know, the reason
that's pretty cool.
that we didn't get ripped off is we always use our debit cards, and we lose our debit card every 3 months.
I just had to cancel mine today. I lost it.
Yeah. So
Gosh.
they probably tried to charge us, but it got declined.
probably. You
That's
know,
pretty awesome.
my wife and I used to go through the same thing, but not so much anymore. That's a bummer that you lost your debit card and had to cancel it so that you didn't get charged
Yeah, I know.
and get
all
this
that time.
reward.
All that free stuff. And
Yeah.
I've been playing some Wii Rule still. And I'm Bookworm, obviously. And Words with Friends and Star Wars Cantina.
I was playing Wii Rule.
You got bored with it?
Not really got bored with it. I was playing it. I was moving along pretty good, I thought, in it, but it was brought to my attention that I needed to get off of it by my wife. So
What do you mean?
I was we would be out watching TV or whatever, the kids would be playing, and then I would bust it out for a second and start on Wii Rule, and only thinking that I was going to be on there for a minute, and then I would end up being on there for 5 or 10 minutes, and she's like, "You need to get off of that thing." I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I've been on here for a while."
I used to do that to Jason, and you know what fixes that?
What?
Buy her one.
Yeah, she would play it. No, I've bought her a DS. I've bought her a Kindle, a laptop. But yeah, it doesn't matter. She doesn't touch anything until kids are already in bed, and she doesn't touch any of that shit. She's not
Oh,
not as geeky as me. So
My problem
what
with Wii Rule, I'm sorry, is I was getting into it, but the push stuff just did not seem consistent. So I would plant shit, and it would
It doesn't work for planning stuff.
Well, that's a pain. I don't want to. I don't want to have to be.
It's for when people place orders and stuff at your.
Well, it implies that it works for planning stuff.
It does. I don't. It's not working though.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What you drinking, Shannon?
Oh, I have Merlot. I'm not drinking that stuff he's got.
It's awful.
That shit.
Yeah.
It's game day, son.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not drinking that.
I think the slogan is just "It's on," but no, I don't know if that's
It's on.
But that would be good.
You been playing anything else, Shannon?
No. I don't know. I'm a little intimidated to jump on my Zealot because like you have to like reread everything.
Oh yeah, you're such a freak. Tell them what you did.
I made a newbie Zealot just to like get my feet wet again to remember like how to. I don't know how to play right because I don't want to jump into a scenario with being the healer and not know like what my stuff is. So yeah,
You worry way too much. You just need. You just need to start playing it or PvE and I don't know. Oh god, I don't know why you would go back.
PvE with a Zealot.
Okay, well just start playing. Don't roll level 1 Zealot when you have a T3 one.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry.
Seriously, that's bullshit.
I know. Damn.
Yeah, just like rubbers.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, those freaking rubbers, they're bullshit.
Rubbers are bullshit.
Oh, nice. Well, if you guys, log in and I'll game with you.
Yeah,
I'm in
Badlands.
Yeah, I'm in T3. There was 3 war
Are you
bands.
playing right now?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you playing right now? Like how I had to stop playing book.
Actually, I'm just in the war camp because we were about to flip the zone. I'm not actually playing. But there were 3 war bands of Destro running around against 2 war bands of Order, and it was good fighting earlier. I mean, yeah, come on out. And no one was bitching about healing. You'll get your groove back with that. It's just playing a little bit. Scenarios, I agree. That's totally intimidating, but open RVR is a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah. Well, cool.
All right.
Well, all right then.
All right.
Sweet.
Paz,
So,
we know Paz, you are playing
John, what's up?
What you drinking?
StarCraft when the servers are up.
Let's see. Do it.
What?
Huh?
Say, John.
Sorry.
What's up?
John. What's up, John?
Not much, man. What's going on?
What you drinking?
I did it better.
Oh, I'm drinking some Glenlivet Scotch whiskey straight up.
Holy crap!
You wearing a smoking jacket? Are you at the Playboy
You had
Mansion?
like those little patches on your elbows and a
Tell
pipe.
half we said hi. And I heard,
Yeah.
I actually heard that Playboy
I'll let him know.
Mansion's kind of a dump.
Wow, he just blew your game day shit out of the water.
Yeah. I think water would have blown his game day shit out of the water.
That's true, my
Over here
Merlot.
drinking urine.
What?
Said I'm over here drinking urine compared to his stuff.
So what you playing, man?
I, at this moment, am playing League of Legends. And,
All right.
Why are you clicking like a bastard?
Take your time. No one's waiting.
yeah,
Take your
sorry.
time.
I didn't mean to just be clicking. Anyway, so yeah, playing League of Legends, playing StarCraft 2 beta. GameStop, at least as far as I know, is still giving away beta keys for anyone who reserves. So even if you're not really interested in the game, you could put down $5 on StarCraft 2 and just try the beta, see if you like it. There's a lot of bugs, but it's beta, so what the fuck ever.
Are you allowed to
You can
talk
al-
about it?
Yeah, you
Nope.
can only do that in store
I
though.
am not.
If you buy it on GameStop online, as soon as they deliver you the code, you cannot refund it.
Right? Yeah,
Really?
you're not. Yeah. Blizzard's being all serious about that.
I think that's probably GameStop, but yeah. 'Cause they've done that with other codes for other games online. in store, you can always refund it, return it.
Yeah, it might be both. Who knows? I don't know. At any rate, so it's fun. I don't know if you guys have played StarCraft 1, but it's exactly the same with like revamps. So
Right.
if you didn't like StarCraft 1, then you might as well not even think about StarCraft 2.
If it's
You know what I'm
just
saying?
like StarCraft 1 with just some revamps, how come it's so buggy? Didn't they kind of already have StarCraft 1 done?
Well, like, they did, but they rebuilt it. But they rebuilt it the same. You know what I mean? Like, the bugs
It's
are
like-
not really so much with the game. It's really more so with the new, like, BattleNet 2.0.
Oh.
Because they're completely redoing the BattleNet system. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played Diablo 2 at all, but do you remember BattleNet from there?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, they completely got rid of that and are like 100% rebuilding BattleNet. And it's really good what they want to do with it, but a lot of people are screaming like, oh, just give us BattleNet 1.0 because it's so much better. But it's like, dude, it's a beta. Chill out. I mean, like,
So they might as well call it rubbers.
Yeah,
bullshit
I'll
right
just
now.
call it rubber. Just call that shit rubbers. Be done with it. But no, I mean, StarCraft 2, it's good. It's fast paced. It's StarCraft. You know, if you liked it, then play it. But I don't know.
I'll probably end up picking it up. I'm just I'll probably wait longer. I don't have a huge interest to get in the beta for some reason. I got enough stuff I guess to play, but yeah, eventually I will be. It's already tempting me the more I see of it, so I'll get it.
Yeah, but League of Legends is pretty much like the main game that I play like consistently. It's become one of those things where I'm seriously reconsidering what I buy and what I spend on games because it's just what I play. That's
because of the value that you get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's free to play. I mean, you know, obviously you could spend money on it, but you don't have to. But that's no matter, like, for example, what game did I buy recently? Command & Conquer 4. Bought Command & Conquer 4. Haven't.
You bought that?
Yeah. And
Why'd you buy? Oh, wait,
don't be surprised. Come on now. Come on
I know.
now.
I've heard
Man talk. All
I've heard
right.
bad things.
Come on now. I don't listen to bad things. I just buy things.
How is it?
I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
and I'm being serious right now. Is I really haven't given it any kind of chance because I've been playing League of Legends all the time, and it's a big part of I'm playing with friends and I'm playing with the same people all the time, and it's sort of like I don't know if you guys remember like Dark Age of Camelot when you have like a gank group or a guild that you run with constantly. Obviously, you just run with those people, and it's like you really have no urge to play anything else. That's pretty much what I have in League of Legends right now. Is like we just always have people online, and we're just always doing something. Even if we lose, it's still fun. Because when we see that we're losing, we might get a little frustrated, but then we'll be like, you know what? Let's have fun with it. So it's cool.
Cool.
It's that's my main game, and then StarCraft 2 is starting to take up more time.
Have you even touched Star Trek Online at all?
Oh, I play that a lot actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I pretty much like until StarCraft 2 had come out just now. For me anyway, like a couple days ago. Played Star Trek every day for like at least a couple hours, and just enjoying that. Yep, loving that game still. Obviously, StarCraft's the new shiny one, so you know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just drinking my Glenlivet and playing some just familiar games. StarCraft 2 is quote unquote new, but really it's the same, which is good. It's good that they changed it because,
It was looking pretty dated.
Yeah, it was looking.
Come on. Oh, it was
from
fun.
10 years ago, right? Something like that. Released in like 99, 2000, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was getting kind of dated. So that's
right.
good. Just
Cool.
League of Legends, StarCraft 2, and Star Trek Online. That's my 3.
Awesome.
What
Nothing
about
else to
you?
talk about.
What about you, Steve? What are you drinking?
I'm not drinking anything fancy. Just got Mountain Dew to keep me awake. Been a long week. So, playing wise though, we already kind of talked about war. Kind of switched from the shaman to the disciple of Cain. I wanted something where I could hit things, so enjoying that. But I've only got a couple days onto that. So, other than that, played a little Wii Rule, but we already talked about that too. So you can probably cut that out. Let's see. Other than that, I've been playing Assassin's Creed. I actually got Assassin's Creed 2 and Just Cause 2 in the mail the other day. So I've been playing those. I've been not too much on Just Cause 2. I'm probably only in about an hour to an hour into that. But last night I actually booted up Assassin's Creed 2 for the first time. And my story with that was that I got it 2 days ago, and I started it up last night, and I didn't get to even sit with it until like 9:30, and I've been going to bed at like 10. Well, I sat down and started playing it, and the freaking title of the game doesn't even show up until like a half hour in.
Yeah, it's a slow start.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I was enjoying it though. It was kind of cool. I thought it did a really good job of very quickly telling you the story from the first one. It's like it really didn't draw out the whole, this is what happened in episode 1. It just kind of said, this is it. This is what happens, and then it goes into what you're doing now. I thought it was well done. But then, like half hour in, the game really finally opens up and starts. You can start playing. So then I didn't go to bed for like another hour because I was just freaking hooked. I just could not put the controller down for it. I think I finally ended right after I got the actual assassin get up, the gear.
Yeah, that whole intro thing is very cool and hooks you in. And for me, it didn't. I mean, it just went from there. Never really there were some lull spots, but yeah, I think the pacing in that game overall is pretty good, especially compared to the first one.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at work today about it. I don't know if maybe I'm looking back on the first one badly or not, but I'm immediately enjoying this one a lot more, and I'm not sure what it is, but I told him one stupid thing that I think it is, if memory serves me correctly, I remember the first one frame rate wise being really janky. And this one does not seem to have that problem. This one seems to actually, performance-wise, run a lot better.
What are you playing on the PS3?
Yeah.
There's been some people who say that the PS3 one of the sequel is pretty janky compared to the 360 one. I don't know what the PC one is like, but yeah, I didn't really notice anything with because I played on the PS3.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. That I guess I noticed more. In the first one, it just kind of dumped you into this. It didn't really explain the mechanics of the game too well. And it was a big pain in the ass trying to get anywhere in the first one of riding the horse, which is cool at first, but got really boring, and then you didn't really know exactly where to go. This one does a lot better job with the quick travel and giving you a clear idea of what the objectives are, what your options are, and it made it go a lot quicker for me, a lot easier to get into.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the crap out of it though so far. I'm planning on playing Warhammer after we get done with the podcast, but that's tempting me very much. But other than that, that's really all I've been playing is just a lot of War and Assassin's Creed 2 and a little bit of Just Cause 2. But yeah, that game's freaking nuts, man. God.
Bananas.
I have to ask because I did the demo and everything, and even my friends at GameStop, they're like, you're not going to get Just Cause? And I was like, I don't know, something about it. What do you, I don't know, what do you do? What do you like about it? You know what I'm saying?
You dick around. I mean, it's a game that I sit down and play for 15 to 30 minutes at a time, and there's missions and stuff, but those aren't really it's just the sandbox in the true sense of that term, and that you go in there, you fuck shit up, and you laugh, and it's funny, and if you have time and you feel like doing it, you go do a couple missions, or you just go explore. And it's definitely not for everybody. It's not something I would go tell somebody that they need to play or buy. If the demo doesn't click with you, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sorry to cut you off there, but I just felt like I enjoyed it, but not to where I want to buy it right now. I thought, all right, you know what? If a Steam sale comes up, I'll probably get it because I would enjoy just dicking around in there because I liked Prototype. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just
no. That's probably a good move then. I mean, if you're on the fence, wait until the sale kicks in. I just had so much fun with the demo and put so much time into it. I basically had to buy it at launch. But yeah, it's definitely once that game goes up on Steam as a special, I imagine a lot of people will get it. And yeah, like you said, dick around.
I was actually. I was just going to suggest, I'm not even sure if it's still on sale on Amazon. I bought mine on sale on Amazon for, I think it was $33. And the cool thing is that if you actually buy the box copy of Just Cause 2, when you enter the code in for it, it actually automatically registers it with Steam. It loads it up, and just like if you would have downloaded it from Steam, it gives you all it gives you the ability to get all of the achievements and everything.
Yeah, I remember now that you mentioned that. One thing that ticked me off about buying it on Steam is that you could do that, which some games do, which I think more need to. But you also, I believe, got access to some of the collector's edition stuff. Do you remember?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if you buy it on Steam, you don't.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if that was just prior to launch or within a time frame of launch, but it really pissed me off that I pre-ordered it on Steam and didn't get that stuff when retail copies got it.
That's not the first time that's happened with Steam, but because they're not clear on, collector's edition stuff right now, they're kind of in a transitional sort of weird thing with Steam. Obviously Steam is successful, but it's still not really mainstream in my opinion. GameStop is probably, they're losing business, but not I don't know.
Yeah, but it seems like it's, I don't know, because I think Battlefield Bad Company 2 had the same thing where it would require you to have Steam and it would load it into it automatically and stuff. I think it's, at least for PC games, I think it's almost becoming a norm, though. I mean,
I don't think that's what it is. Battlefield, I have the box copy, and it's. I think
it doesn't do that?
Modern Warfare 2 did that.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but I wonder if that was some concession that that Square Enix put out Just Cause.
Yeah,
that they made to the brick and mortar stores that they would get that, and the digital one wouldn't. But I don't know.
Right.
It was frustrating.
That sucks.
Massively multiplaying.
Recently on Multiplaying.
What I am about to show you next may shock and educate you.
What's been going on Multiplaying?
Did we actually get email this week?
I had to prod like a motherfucker.
I'll be back in a second.
Did you really?
I'll be back in a second.
Saw that Twitter.
I don't care. You're not even paying attention. You're just clicking away.
I tweeted and I put a post up on the website asking if anybody had any questions or comments on the show that they wanted answered or talked about.
Was the comment stop bothering me?
I even asked the other day too if anybody had any questions they had, sent them to Multiplaying, but didn't get anything from that. But then I asked again today for tonight's show, and then
what'd we get?
The people that actually love us. Oh, you want me to actually go off of that?
Yeah.
The people that really love us are Rare and Dean. Rare off the bat had this question: what games do you find entertaining to play while at the office?
Words with Friends. I play a lot lately.
I play Words with Friends, or I'll for a break I'll sneak off to a study room and play Plants vs Zombies. iPhone games basically.
Yeah, I have a Mac at work, so yeah.
I can't. We have one of those open room offices, so I can't play games at my computer. Really.
Shame. What a shame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I'll just shut my office door and play Words with Friends or something.
So what do you play while mixing up people's prescriptions, John?
Do you play Drug Wars on the iPhone?
Mafia.
Yeah. In fact, I do. Actually, no, I don't. I'm just kidding. I don't have an iPhone. I just have a regular phone.
What is that
Join the club.
I don't even know. Talk to you.
You people with your iPhones.
What do you use it for? Calls? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I use it for calling people and shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, you actually do.
I know. I just call people. That's it. And text. I text people.
So you don't play any game?
I don't have games on my phone.
And your computer probably doesn't run games there.
Dr. Mario.
Are you, Steve?
What? No.
He doesn't even do email at work.
No, I can't. I am
because I don't have internet at work.
I'm talking about Steve. Get off yourself.
Sorry, I'll go on mute.
I am almost completely closed off from the outside world. I do have an iPod that I use for listening to podcasts and stuff, so I do have games on there, but usually only when I'm taking a dump. So I can't
You play crossword puzzles in the paper.
Yeah, I can't really play any games at work. I'm out in the open. People can see what I'm doing, so I'm restricted. But the interesting part was Rare's follow-up question: should people be allowed to game when they have nothing else to work on?
I would say no, because there's always technically there's always something else you can be working on at work.
Right. There's a toilet.
True facts. True facts.
Yeah, there's always something to do. You can be more productive.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So no, that's what they call time theft.
Right, getting paid to play.
So yeah, but should people be allowed to do it, and would I do it? Two different questions. They get two different answers. So.
Well, then we'll move on to Dean's. Dean's first part of his question was, should I get an iPod Touch so I can play Wii Rule?
No, Wii Rule is a free game. Don't pay for an iPod Touch just to play Wii Rule.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to spend on that.
Yeah, it's a fun game, but not.
When you think about it, that's a $200 game.
Yeah,
no.
He's wanting to justify the investment, is what he says.
Yeah, you would have to justify it with many other
Sounds like Dean already
Applications.
wants one.
Yeah, you need to add to the list. Add more to your list other than we rule to justify it.
Yeah, pretty
You
much
might-
like if you're thinking, yeah, I'll get an iPod Touch so I can play Wii Rule. It's pretty much like you already have 100 other reasons to get it anyway.
Yeah, you must.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well-
You're pretty much like, yeah, I'm gonna get an iPod. You know,
He's
for
wanting
whatever.
something to set him over the edge.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is the thing to just break the, you know.
But if you're thinking about, I'm going to play so many games like first-person shooters and platformers, then no.
Yeah, no. These are just little time waster games. But they're
if you're-
well done time waster games. But
Some of them.
yeah, the ones I buy are.
Word games and things like that, and Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle, like, yeah, those.
Bejeweled 2. Yeah, Pocket Legends is okay. I mean, yeah, stuff like Ingenious is awesome.
Yeah, but if you want more of a traditional gaming experience, then if you're just wanting it for a gaming machine and not really going to be using it for the MP3 player or photo viewer or video viewer, anything like that, then get a DS.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would say PSP, but, come on.
Yeah, Fat Princess, come on.
I say just get an iPhone so you have something more. You have some more use there, and you have some of the server connections built in. Where the iPod Touch has some. Don't you have some issues with that, like connecting to?
It's just
Like, I
Wi-Fi.
can connect anywhere, but
Right. I can only use Wi-Fi, so immediately I can't use it at work because our Wi-Fi is under a Nazi regime. And so I can only really use it at home, or if I go to my parents or her parents, I can get on their Wi-Fi or something like that. But yeah, it's not great too. And I think like your guys is, I think you're like with the 3G, it's open pretty much all the time. So
yeah,
if you do get a push
yeah.
if you get a push notification, it tells you immediately. On mine,
Oh, go ahead.
I basically have to turn it on, and then the Wi-Fi will kick on, and then it will get the notification. So
But you have to be at home.
Ugh. How do you live?
I know, exactly, right?
I don't
But-
even know why you have push notifications.
It's my turn with Words with Friends.
If you want to justify the investment in iPhone, you can get the 8 gig. What's like $100. If if you're gonna pay a monthly fee to have a cell phone anyway, and then you get the push notifications, you have the network all the time.
Yeah, but that's
you
a
get-
huge
Shut up, I'm
commitment.
still talking. You've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, you've got movie applications there. You've got the 360 Live application. You can get Giant Bomb updates all the time. There's just you get the games and all of the functionality of, and you get like a GPS too, right? There's an app for that.
Oh, so you're getting into a spot where you're going to have so many nerds telling you that other phones do those all better.
Right, but he's asking specifically about the iPod or iPhone. I would say go for the iPhones to get all the other functionality out of it.
Because they don't got
Weather
Wii Rule.
updates and yeah.
Oh, he was asking about the iPhone in particular?
Yeah.
iPod Touch or iPhone.
Oh, I didn't hear the iPhone part. Okay, I see what you're doing. All right.
Yeah, and I would just say that you're just more connected. Like, for example, the other day at work, a virus hit campus and shut down all staff and faculty computers.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
They shut them down. You got a server message that said your computer's being shut down, and then they would not come back on. I was one of the only ones. There was only a few people in the building that had smartphones where I could still get my email. So, of course, the PR office sent out an email notification to let everyone know what was going on. So I
good.
could, obviously the tech guys all knew what was going on, but they're very busy. So, I let, us lay people in my area know, what the word was about what was happening.
You should have been really annoying at any time you got a push notification and be like, oh, my internet's blowing up.
I was absolutely annoying because just that morning they were having one of those little office parties, we're eating little cakes and blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, I don't know why people need all that stuff on their phone. I know. I just use my phone to call people. I just need, the pay-as-you-go. They literally have just a phone and that's it. And they're
Hey,
why
don't
do
knock
people need? But they were knocking me.
Oh, okay.
Texting is weird. Yeah, I don't need email on my phone, all that. And then the computers literally that afternoon all went down, and I'm like, you guys want to know what's going on? 'Cause I know what's going on.
No,
'Cause my phone knows.
As someone that does have, I actually do have a pay-as-you-go phone and the iPod Touch. I would absolutely love to have an iPhone, but it's always been one of those I can't quite justify that cost because my pay-as-you-go is so cheap and I don't use it enough. If I had the iPhone, I would probably use it a bunch, But since I don't have one right now, I know how much I need, quote unquote, need to use it right now. So I can't justify that cost.
Yeah, like goofy things. Like tonight I was at the brewery with my friend, and she was outside in the garden patio, and I was waiting in line, and I got carted. So I had to go all the way outside and get my purse and come all the way back in, and I had to wait.
But that made you feel good, didn't it?
No, because the line was then all the way out the freaking door when I got back. So I took a picture of the line and texted to her while I was in line. I said, I'll see you Monday, because this is the freaking line. So we're texting back and forth while I was in line. Totally unnecessary, but it was fun, Like goofy stuff like that. Like, I do love that type of stuff that I can do.
Yeah, like I said, I would use the shit out of it if I had one, but yeah. His next, actually, he had more questions. His next part was, do you think the iPod or iPhone will continue to be a viable gaming platform?
It depends on what your definition of gaming is.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's a lot of gaming snobs that say it's not and it never will be. But,
well, I think that the current iPhone for those snobs never will be, but it's going to keep getting better. You know what I mean? Like, Apple consistently releases a new iPhone every single year. Yeah, every single year it has a new version, new updates, new crap.
Well, the next one's been found.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah. Which it doesn't have controls, though. I mean, that's the big thing. If you're going to call it a true gaming machine, it never will be until you get some sort of control pad or analog stick or something.
Tactile feel.
Yeah, like I can't play first-person shooters or other things. No. But
there are some
for dicking around games, I mean, if that's what you define, it's like exactly what we've been talking about. You get in there and you waste time, and there's things that are coming out that integrate the online part and the friend part more and more. Then if
you play games that are like built with the iPhone in mind, with the touch screen in mind, those ones are better. If you're trying to conform one to it, then no, those ones don't tend to play very well. Star Wars Cantina plays very well, I think. Like, that's fun. That's a really fun game. Plants vs. Zombies. Really, those type of touch games are really great for this type of device. But, there's just certain games that are, it's obviously just not suited for it.
Right. All right. And then he had go ahead.
I said anyway.
Oh, anyway. And he also had a... and he also... Jesus. Dean also had a side question for us. It was, do you think it's wrong for a 29-year-old male to be totally addicted to Pokemon for the first time in his life and love his Pokewalker?
Yes.
I have a thing about this. My friend Amy at work, who I was out with tonight, she wears her son's Pokewalker because she walks so much more than him, and so that he can get all of his points, I guess. Like, he earned achievements or something by walking.
Yeah, that's the excuse.
Huh?
She's probably playing it.
No, she does not play it. No, I know her.
She's lying.
No.
They should just take it to the hardware store and put it in the paint shaker.
Yeah. I don't know.
You were going to say hold it while you masturbate, weren't you?
Maybe.
Oh, man. And he also said thanks to Rare for his post about Pokemon because it now has ruined his life. Yeah. Good luck.
I like that. I like that post of Rare where he said he got it free for ordering some other game, like like the man's game.
Dude, I got it for ordering chopping wood and drinking beer game. Manly games.
That's funny. Well, yeah, but thanks a bunch for writing in, guys. Great getting emails. So hint, hint to anybody that doesn't.
We'll answer you. We'll very awkwardly and uneducatedly answer you.
Yeah. If you liked these responses, you can have more. Just email to Multiplaying.
I don't think people like when we get serious.
Probably not. Multiplaying@gmail.net. Do it. Or .com. Damn it. Ah, fuck.
Uh-huh.
.com?
.net.
Hit them all. Hit them all.
.net, .com,
just to be
.org. It's one of those dot somethings.
All that.
Really do.
Well, you guys, did you finally watch the Star Wars Old Republic combat video? Came out this week?
I did. You linked that to me, and I just watched that just a second ago.
What did you think of that?
I thought it looked pretty okay.
I thought it looked awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I'm waiting for them to update the graphics engine because they have already once announced that it's not the graphics engine that they'll be using in the end game.
Okay, then I thought it looked awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
I
they've
agree with
already
that part.
said that once or twice. Like, no, this is not what the graphics engine will be.
Well, good.
You know, this is what it looks like now, but it's not even in beta yet.
Right.
Like, think about that realistically. Like, it's in alpha.
So
Right.
what do you mean,
What is it-
animation-wise, or do you mean visual?
Just everything. The actual
look-wise?
visuals. Like, they've said that this is not what the game will
It's
look
like
like.
with polish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can mean a lot of things. That means
I know that. But I'm just saying, like, they've said it so many times that I'm just like, I wonder if they're just gonna polish it, or if it's literally gonna be a different graphics engine, or they're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's got to be the cell shaded look is gonna stay no matter
Right.
what.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Well, yeah,
assuming it's
because
just
I
going to
like
get
that,
polished.
though.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Am I
environments
the
look
only person that
that
likes
stuff.
that?
No, I like it.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I like it, but I did notice that even though I'm looking at the content of the combat, things look really janky, and
Yes.
and the animation looks like it skips a lot. And every time I was thinking that when I was watching that video, it all looks cool, but every video I watch from that game looks like it's buffering all the time, and I just
Yeah, it looks
assume
like
that-
somebody had to knock down all of the graphic settings to get it to run on their system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Huh.
I think that might be what they mean by that.
Probably, I would assume. Just like you said, it's not even in beta yet.
It's in alpha technically, still.
Right. My only thing with that though is that if it's that early of a build, I mean, I'm almost assuming it's not going to look too much different because they wouldn't be showing it off so much.
No, they're probably just going to tighten up the graphics.
Yeah.
And
See,
level
like, sort of
3.
like, do you remember when Warhammer was still doing its
Oh,
thing?
yeah, and they said was not the final, blah, blah. And it looks
Yeah.
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it looks the same but different.
Like, there's some detail, some cleanup, and
Yeah,
Tighten
like
up
they,
the
they
graphics.
polished the animations a bit, and they did some stuff.
but that was a good representation of the final product. really.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
it can mean anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's like I don't know if Russ has told you guys like the average cost of an MMO and what EA has budgeted versus what actually ends up going into an MMO. It was something like World of Warcraft, and I don't know the numbers, so I'm pretty much just guesstimating. So you'd have to talk to Russ about exactly what happened. But World of Warcraft took, I think he said like $25 million or $30 million or something like that, something really high. And EA has budgeted. Oh, and MMOs always go about 25% over budget. And EA has budgeted for Knights of the Old Republic $150 million.
That's some bank.
That made me a little excited. Is that weird?
Well, the number that the number that Blizzard threw around a while ago was if anyone wants to even compete, with, and I'm not saying they're going to compete with WoW, is at least 100 million.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
yeah.
EA has budgeted 150 million, and if they go 25% over, that's like 200 and something $million that they're going to spend.
We
on
don't
this.
have the science to figure that out.
Yeah,
A lot of numbers with
it'd be a high
decimal
number.
points and
yeah. I mean,
multiplication.
Let me write this down.
I don't
Fuck
have my
ton.
main trapper keeper with the little chart
With the dolphin on the cover.
for the multiplication
Unicorn.
table on the inside. No, I don't have that with me. So.
But I gotta ask, like, from watching, I don't know if anybody has been like already had an idea of what they were going to play with the game coming out, but from watching that video, what are you guys thinking?
Trooper. I know.
Oh, I still know that I'm going Trooper. It's like
I'm-
I've known it.
I'm debating Smuggler and Jedi Consular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I always wanted to play
You
Jedi.
copycat bastard.
I know, and I always
Still
like those hybrid
wonder.
classes, which Consular seems to be, but I always tend to. I notice most of the
Wanna
time
be Han
go to
Solo.
ranged, and yeah. I don't know.
yeah, I have no idea what I want to do because, like, when I played KOTOR, I did a little bit of everything. I mean,
When
I
you're
don't even
evil too, so
yeah, that's true.
you're
I always go
evil.
in every, and I don't know why. Not in other companies' games. Like BioWare, for some reason, has drawn me to the evil side on every game that
What are
they've
you
ever
gonna
made.
do in this game? Because we're going good.
I'll play
We
good
don't-
with you.
We don't
I'll
even
play
know
good
how
with-
that's going to work, though, right now.
Yeah, we don't. we
Yeah,
have no
we
idea
do.
because
Yes, we do.
for all.
There's good and evil, and there's going to be 3 trees within each class.
But
and
you
so
don't know
can
if you
go
can't-
slightly to the good and slightly to
But
the
you don't know if
bad.
you can't guild up. They haven't
Yeah,
specifically
you
said,
can't.
have they?
You can't.
But have they come out and said that?
I think they have.
Well, didn't they
You're
say there
such
was
a
also going to
liar.
be a
You're so
gray
drunk.
path?
You're making up shit.
Yeah, you don't know. You're probably right, but you don't know for sure.
Yeah.
You cannot have the Sith and the Jedi in the same freaking guild.
No,
Just
but
effed up.
the point is that he's a spy and nobody else
Oh,
knows.
that is BS, because you know everyone's going to min-max.
He's run the long con.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you cannot have, you can't have the Empire gooping up. No.
Okay, well, it's confirmed
excuse me,
then.
hang on,
Apparently
wait.
it's confirmed.
Wait.
I'm just
Have you
saying
watched
no.
all the Star Wars movies? Are you telling me that there was not one single backstabbing spy, little motherfucker, in that entire series?
And those Jedi switch like
If
every
you
other
let
movie.
that happen in the game, you're going to have a bunch of Care Bear motherfuckers all grouped up, hugging and holding hands, and not actually playing the fucking game.
That's probably what's going to happen.
It's going to ruin the whole RP of it. So, no.
Oh, yeah, most MMOs don't do that.
I don't care. That would be so lame in Star Wars. You cannot do that. Cannot.
Oh, by the way,
Whatever,
there's an character
dude.
named Tuna Breath. Yeah, let's not ruin the RP.
I saw
Tuna
Beef
Breath.
Queef yesterday.
I thought Tuna Breath was a good guy.
Really,
He
he's a
was so
dick.
cool when I talked to him.
You cannot have the Sith and the Jedi in the same freaking guild playing
Oh.
together, hanging out.
Probably right, but my point is we don't know yet.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Like,
It's like
For
Palpatine
example-
and Skywalker going to the bar for something.
Yeah. Hey, let's go grind these,
Let's go get some
rats
horrors.
out. Yeah. I meant like do some PvEing together.
Oh,
Yo, man, you're pretty wrinkly. Let me do some talking.
yeah. Yeah, I'll do all the talking. Don't worry about that.
Skywalker's always pissed at him because his wrinkled skin keeps scaring the bitches away.
No, because
Damn it, Palpatine!
he's got all the evil power, though. He can really get the chicks to do some weird stuff.
Yo, watch me open up their blouses. With my mind.
Space titties.
Where did this go?
Apparently, I don't know. We were saying there's strip clubs and space titties and Tor.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that combat video was awesome.
Yeah.
It got us thinking about the game a lot, apparently.
Possibly
No,
too
there's 2 sides. I'm telling you.
But the overall point of that video was to show the balance between, I think, how a Jedi would actually be able to fight against somebody, or not just destroy.
Or how
people.
the troopers could
Right.
actually fight against
That's- yeah,
people and
that's
have
what
a
I
lot of power and all that jazz.
Which I thought I did a good job.
Yeah.
Of kind of showing.
Good stuff.
Wasn't there supposed to be a gray side though?
But what if the gray side, nobody knows who is on the gray side?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is.
2 sides. There's 2 sides. There's Trooper, Smuggler, Jedi Knight, and Jedi Consular. And then the other side is Bounty Hunter, Sith Warrior, Imperial Agent, and Sith Inquisitor. There's no way they're just going to let them all hug and hold hands in the same freaking guild.
That's right.
Probably
Fighting
not.
each other. The whole point is to
I-
fight each other.
I am saying I almost
Start
100. I agree with
wars.
you, but they
Wars.
haven't confirmed that yet.
Ah, you're
I just assumed
think they
Warhammer would
have.
have 3 sides till they said it wouldn't. So I mean, we got to just wait and see.
Ooh.
Dude, I don't know if I would play if it was all mixed, because that would just be stupid.
No. They're probably not gonna have. This is theoreticals. They're probably not gonna have a third side,
No, they're not.
but they
Yeah.
probably will have a gray area.
No, you
Like
can...
for no. For example,
Wait, no. Yeah, let him speak.
hang on. This is just an example, but in EQ2, right? You had the both sides, obviously, good and evil. It was pretty much black and white, just like in Star Wars. But the good, and I'm just going with the game mechanics here. They're not going to be the same, but on the servers, the servers that were PvP servers, they ended up being any guild that wanted to be viable at raiding had to go gray. They had to all be exiles. They couldn't be good or evil. They had to be hostile to both in order to have both sides, because the classes were different from each other, in order to have both sides and to be efficient in raiding. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to have an official third side, because EQ only had 2 sides, but you could be an exile as well. That was a
Dude.
game mechanic.
There's no gray area for a Sith Inquisitor.
But wait. For how much BioWare has put choice into and character choice into a game, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that they would have that option, that
You can't
your
have-
choices affect your story. You can't.
cannot
There's no
have-
save points, like they say. You have to live with your decisions. And what if your
There's no
decisions
way.
lead you to falling out with your main faction?
For
I agree.
example, I will
You
guarantee.
can't have an evil Jedi.
No. This is what's going to
They
happen.
become a
This is
Sith.
what's going to happen. Because this is what happened to EQ2. This is exactly what happened to EQ2. They were like, how the fuck are you going to do black and white and have people whatever? When you switched, when you did your quests and stuff to become evil or become good, you actually changed classes. You would go, let's say I'm a Jedi Knight, right?
So
It's
then
Nick-
you go to Sith.
Hang on.
Or they could
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say that Jedi's kind of a dick. You know,
No,
like
no,
he's a
no.
Jedi.
No,
but
you
he's a
can't.
dick.
No,
You
hang
can't
on.
be evil Jedi.
This is what happened. You would go from Jedi Knight, just like in the lore. You would
To
start as
Sith.
Jedi Knight. You're like, okay, cool, I'm a Jedi Knight. And then you're doing your
Your
evil
actions
quests,
and yeah.
and you're getting corrupt. You eventually become a Sith warrior.
I like that idea.
See,
As
that's
long as you switch, you can't
Right.
go being.
but
you know-
at the
And you have been
same-
removed from the guild.
No.
Yes.
But at
No,
the same
switch.
time, there was a gray area. It was not a side. There was a point where you were exiled from both. You were exiled from the good side, and you were not quite in the good graces of the evil side. You were gray. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna have that, but it's possible. Like Jason said.
That's the dick category. Like both sides, like that guy's a dick. Like, but we're not ready to just totally kick him out. But he's a dick.
I hope that there is a gray side so I can just run around going, my gut, I don't know, but my gut says maybe.
Well, there
Yeah.
is if you go to the HoloNet and go to biographies, there's this section that says Empire, Republic, and Independence.
There you go.
But I don't know what that means.
Anyway, I'm just using a previous game as a mechanic because that game had an actually really cool, like, switch sides, go from good to evil to good sort of thing
no.
going on for it.
I agree. I don't think they'll do that, but that definitely is a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised.
No. BioWare will
It's
give you the
off track.
choice to switch sides. I can guarantee you that, but I do not know if they will put a gray area in. EQ2 did have a gray area, but that was a
I don't
specific.
think you can guarantee that they're going to give you a chance to switch sides.
Dude, no. Think about it. Think about all the BioWare games that you have ever played, or Jason.
I know, but
come
I'm
on.
just saying you don't
Come
really have
on.
the power to guarantee these things.
Come
Oh,
on.
he's saying it. Confirmed.
Jason.
Confirmed right here.
Yeah.
Confirmed right here. Bam.
John
Paz
says.
said. It's just like
Idiots.
Paz's guarantees. Anyway, come on
Paz's
now.
promises.
Yeah. It's like Jason said earlier. It's like you got to live with the choices you make. If you were starting out as good and you make evil choices, you're eventually going to get kicked out by the
Yeah.
Jedi Council. You know
That
what I
should
mean?
be a segment on the show where we have Paz's promises and he just has like a 5-minute segment
Oh,
where he just
yeah.
Paz's
guarantees
lock
all
of
these
the
things
week.
are-
See, this is why we wanted to do this show live. Didn't we? We had a trial run of an actual live webcast this week.
We did.
Failed miserably, I might add.
Yeah. That was
But,
that was a mess. We were up till like what, 2 a.m. trying to get that
2
working.
or 3, yeah. It the lag with the video and the voice got longer and longer and longer as we went. And our podcast, even though they're only an hour long, when you hear them, they're about 2.5 hours long in recording.
Right.
There's a lot of craziness,
A lot of off-trackness.
a lot of off-track tangenting that goes on. That just doesn't make the cut. I
A lot of
guess.
Paz's promises that get cut out.
Yeah, we usually
Yeah.
don't even. Yeah, you don't get those. But I want to still keep trying to do it because.
Yeah, we used
A live show would be nice.
Yeah.
Ustream that night and took forever to get it working.
And it
but
was echo and everything. It was awful.
It was very bad. It was a lot of pain in the butt to get working. But we were told to try.
Going well.
Wow. We were told to try out. Also, shut up. We were told to also try out blog TV, so that might be maybe sometime this weekend or whatever. We'll dick around with that and see if it works.
That one worked way better.
I can
Oh, is that the one we
guarantee
used?
that one will work.
What?
Shut up.
Past promises. Shut up.
His lock of the week.
Asshole.
No, yeah, that's right. We did try that one out. We did try that one out,
Yeah,
but it
and it
was
worked out much better. But
it worked out okay. But it eventually got laggy again, didn't it?
Yeah, the lag started getting a bit worse and worse. And I wouldn't mind paying for like a monthly service if I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And we wouldn't actually. Our idea is not to start a video podcast. We would still only offer the audio for the podcast. You're not going to gain anything by getting the video podcast. We're not going to be showing like clips of actual gameplay or anything like that. It would literally be us talking to a webcam, like, and switching from person to person. So it's not that big of a thrill, but the only difference is you would get the live perspective.
You'd see how our arms flail around.
Yeah,
while we talk.
yeah.
I don't have a webcam.
Well, you could buy one for like $20, and I think you could swing it.
Oh, man, but that's like
Maybe
half
instead
the
of buying
game.
games that you're not going to play.
Yeah, but anyway,
no,
but I was actually talking, and but you would see all of the outtakes and all of the things that get cut, or hear them and participate with the chat room. You know, like all the other like webcasts you see.
People would have so much fun with that, just calling us out on random shit.
You know,
that
the
we
funniest
babble
thing was the people in the chat room would get pissed off because we're all gaming while we podcast, so we wouldn't even be watching. And like what you would see is like someone picking their nose, someone else like just staring and drooling at the stupid screen.
Someone with the blur on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, you would see me getting up and walking out as soon as like you go to interview anyone else about what they did that week.
Need to get you a sign that says "Be right back."
Yeah.
Hang it right in front of the camera.
Getting booze.
No, the sign would just say refills.
You know, and actually, we would probably keep streaming the after show discussion that we usually do.
Which are usually the best part of the night.
That is actually more fun than the show, and we never record that.
But usually not about games, so there you go.
No, it is nothing. Well, not that our show has much to do with games, but that
true.
really...
Really, the games is just the supposed theme, and then we just talk about
Start us
whatever we
off.
want.
Yeah.
We start on a game and then end up God knows where.
Eventually, it'll just turn into the Bitch Hunter podcast.
Yes.
There you go.
Bitch Hunter.
Bitch Hunter.
Do we have a site of the week?
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
You know what? What was last week's?
I'm talking games.
We're doubling that up.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
You were site of the week again.
There you go.
Because you were so awesome.
Oh,
and
shit.
we're lazy.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Is like,
mostly because you're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how people will be like, thanks for nominating me, all that stuff. They'd be like, thanks for being lazy and nominating me again. That was so cool.
Really did us a solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
this
two
is
more
solid
hits.
by being lazy bunch of bastards.
Hey, you never know. Those 2 hits you get, they might become regular readers. So
That's right.
I got another comment on my accidentally Ion.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Well, let's take it as one of ours.
Let's go.
Let's see. What did I get here? Okay. Now, I'm going to read this exactly. Obviously, what a great site and informative posts me. Few additional thinks about this. I'm really a fan of your blog.
Oh, wow. That's spam.
There's no link, though.
Oh, really?
So wait. It's spam, but not spam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're not linking back, then it's probably not spam.
There's no links.
Wait.
back or to anything.
Wait.
Yeah.
Read it one more time.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
That is funny.
What the hell?
Stop it, you bitch.
What?
She's talking to me.
You're a bitch. Stop it, you douche.
I'm not doing anything.
Ah, you know it. Fuck you.
Oh my god, we were born from different
were.
same. Oh my god, I can't
We
even
were
talk.
twins in a past life.
Okay, go.
Obviously.
Are you going to read it?
Oh, god damn you, son of a bitch. I had it. I fucking had it. Okay, shut up. Shut up. God damn it, John. Obviously, what a great site and informative posts me. Few additional thinks about this. I'm really fan of your blog.
Exactly. Yeah. What's the name?
No, that's how do you spell that?
That is a weird name.
Well, thanks for the comment.
All right, thanks for that feedback.
So do we have any other listener feedback? It was awesome to get some actual email questions.
I know. That's all we got. No iTunes.
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks. If you want to leave an iTunes review, you can do that. Emails are great. We'll read them off. That's fantastic. Enjoy.
Well, gentlemen, no point in hanging around this dump any longer.
Wait! Where are you going? I was going to make espresso. Show's over, folks.
You can't go! All the plants are gonna die! Take off, eh?
Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast at multiplaying.net. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
We've made a lot of friends, shared a lot of laughs, often at the expense of others.
I think some people are going to be upset.
Let me just close this conversation by saying you are one unique individual.
Thank you and good night.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, not relevant really to the podcast anymore, but I did end up playing Elemental.
It's a game.
That would have been useful earlier.
Wait, yeah.
So what are you playing, Paz?
What part of your thoughts on a video game do you think is not relevant to our podcast?
Because I only played it one time so far. I'll talk about it.
Brain damage.
I'll talk about it next week. I haven't played it enough yet to talk about it.
All right.
But I'm just saying, it's pretty cool so far.
Yeah,
As soon as we figure out this live stuff, you people have to join us.